So don't read historical literature like you read apocalyptic literature. Don't read poetic literature like you read biography. Like, you got to figure out what you're looking at. And some things are descriptive. They're telling you things that happened. Some things are prescriptive. They're telling you what to do. And some things are emotive. So you read like the Psalms and it says, blessed are those who smash the children of our enemies on the rocks. And you're like, that's pretty intense. Like, it's not telling you to do that. It's just this like heartache in wartime where you're seeking justice. And so those type of things like are expressed. And depending on what the genre is, we have to be careful in trying to figure out what it's trying to say to us. And some things are history and poetic. So in Canada, we have Remembrance Day, November 11th.
Yeah.
You have the equivalent, right? Like, remember World War
2 months earlier.
Like Veterans Day?
Yeah, like Veterans Day. And so we read this poem by this Canadian soldier who was, it's called, I'm going to forget it, and all the Canadian people watching are going to get mad at me. In Flanders Fields, right? So in Flanders Fields, the poppies grow between the crosses row by row. And it's this like very passionate story about the graves. They're burying their compatriots in the between the crosses in Flanders Fields. There are these poppies that are growing.
So everybody wears the poppy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is that history or is that poetry? Well, the answer is yes. Like, it's both, right? Like, it's not just because it's poetic, it's talking about like these dead people saw sunsets glow days ago kind of thing.
So there are parts of the Bible that are meant to be interpreted as metaphor, and they're I'm being like protective of you whenever I ask these questions, because I know like if you agree to something, somebody on the internet is gonna crucify.
Do they do that?
Oh God.
So they do that on the internet?
Yeah. But
has anybody ever done that?
Yeah. No, never.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe that's not the wording. What would you find? There are parts of the Bible that are, would you say, prescriptive?
Yeah, prescriptive. They tell you what to do. So Leviticus, like telling the Jews what to do.
Yes.
But then you read something like Joshua, and they're like going in Canaan and they're killing people, and you're like, that's descriptive. That's what telling you what happened.
It doesn't mean you
should
do
likewise,
this.
Right? Judas hung himself. That's not telling you to go hang yourself. It's telling you that Judas hung himself. So it's you have. That's what, like, I knew a guy who he put little like sticky notes in his Bible every time someone was like raped or killed or murdered. He's like, the Bible's so violent. It's like, no, it's just telling you things that happened. Right?
Yes.
So it's not telling you to do that.
Life is violent at times.
So it just depends. And then there are some passages that are trickier than others. Like Genesis chapter 1 is a tricky one.
Yeah.
Because it's not entirely clear. Is it telling you like the mechanisms of how God created everything in the way that God created them?
Yeah.
Is there more of an expansive explanation to that?